Have you ever been scrolling through your feed and you just close the app feeling more wound up than you were before? Yeah, you're not alone. Our online world was supposed to be this amazing global village, right? But a lot of the time it feels more like we're caught in a chaotic storm. So today we're going to try to navigate that storm, figure out why it's happening, and maybe find a way back to some calmer waters.
It really all boils down to this one question. I mean, think about it. You see a headline, a quick video clip, a post from a friend, and before you've even fully processed it, your thumb is already hitting like, share, or firing off a comment. It's almost a reflex, isn't it? But what's really driving that split-second reaction?
This quote from our source material just nails it. It's not a calm stream of information we're dipping into. It's a vortex. It sucks us in, mashes everything together, facts, feelings, half-truths, and just spins us out into these opposing camps. The whole environment feels like it's built for reaction, not for actual reflection.
So where does the storm get all its power? Well, the first part of the answer is actually wired deep inside us. It's our basic human instinct to form tribes, to have an us and a them, and to defend our own side. Online, those ancient instincts just get cranked up to 11.
And this one question right here, this is the gasoline on the fire. It's this constant tit-for-tat mindset that turns what should be a public square into a battlefield. One group gets a win or celebrates something, and the immediate gut reaction from another is, hey, wait a minute, why not us? And just like that, a moment of celebration morphs into a full-blown confrontation.
So, when we're stuck in this endless cycle of reaction and confrontation, something pretty dangerous starts to happen. We start to get this illusion of understanding. We're so busy picking a side and defending it that we mistake that emotional rush for real, actual knowledge. Let's dig into how that trap gets set.
Do any of these sound familiar? I bet they do. This is pretty much the playbook for the echo chamber trap. We see one viral clip and suddenly we think we're experts on the entire situation. We get furious about an event like it's the first time it's ever happened, completely ignoring any history or context. Super complex issues get boiled down to a simple us versus them. And pretty soon, we're not even talking about the real issue anymore. We're just fighting over a symbol.
This quote just cuts right to the chase, doesn't it? Our digital world values speed above all else. A hot take, an emotional opinion, that can circle the globe in minutes. Meanwhile, a careful, well-reasoned thought is still just trying to get its boots on. We've created a system that prioritizes the speed of a reaction over the slow, difficult work of real understanding.
And that brings us to a really important difference here. On one side, you have performative support, changing your profile picture. It's fast, it's emotional, it clearly shows you're reacting. But on the other side, you have real understanding. That's the hard stuff. That's digging for the truth behind the post. And it's driven by reflection. It shows you've actually taken the time to understand.
Okay, that all sounds a bit grim, I know. But we're not just here to map out the storm. We're here to talk about how to sail through it. So this next part is all about practical, real-world things you can do to take back a little control and be more thoughtful online.
Think of this as your 4-step digital detox plan. First, and this is the most important one, just pause. Before you hit send, just ask yourself, do I really truly get what this is all about? Second, put on your detective hat. Go out and actively look for different sources, especially views that challenge your own. Third, aim for empathy, not just endorsement. Try to get the why behind what someone is saying, even if you totally disagree with them. And finally, find your anchor. Base your response on universal values like compassion and justice, not just on loyalty to your team.
All right, so those are things we can do as individuals. But our source material also points to a bigger, more structured solution. It makes a case for a specific kind of communication that's designed to fight back against all the superficial noise we've been talking about.
Let's look at this, because the difference is huge. A discussion is usually about finding common ground. It's collaborative, like friends trying to decide where to go for dinner. But a debate has a much sharper goal, to excavate the truth. It's competitive. It's about gathering the best evidence and seeing which argument can withstand the pressure. The strongest one is the one that's left standing.
And this is really the central thesis here. The idea is that in a world of shallow opinions and emotional hot takes, the tough, structured, sometimes even confrontational nature of a good debate is the best tool we have to actually dig deep and get to what's real.
So why does it work so well? Well, for starters, it's a force multiplier for evidence. You can't just show up with a feeling. You know you're going to be challenged, so you're forced to go find the best facts and data you can.
It's like an intellectual stress test. Every single link in your chain of logic gets examined. Weak arguments just don't survive that kind of intense, direct scrutiny.
But, and this is a really, really big but, this entire system has a critical vulnerability. It hinges completely on the integrity of the people involved. The whole thing falls apart if the information being used is manipulated or worse, just totally made up. For debate to work, everyone has to be committed to playing by the rules of logic and honesty.
And that leaves us with this final big question. In our world, a world that runs on speed and instant emotional reactions, is something slower, harder, and more rigorous like debate our best shot at finding our way back to real understanding? That's definitely something to think about.